What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the EU4 Super States AI only battle. Two big wars going on at the moment. We've got this huge monstrosity, which is not going well for Missouri and Manitoba. Well, now Texas joined. I think it was going well for them. Texas just joined towards the end, and that's going to make it a bit difficult. Yeah, minus 54. Not a good time for Missouri and Manitoba. There's also Cascadia going after Alberta. And I thought there was another one, but maybe not. Maybe I missed that, or maybe it just ended as I played for a few seconds, but no, I don't think it did. But yeah, Cascadia is going after Alberta again. And yep, wait, no, that's Yukon. Wait, why are Yukon here? Oh, never mind, it's Yukon. They have a similar flag. Yukon are going after them, not Cascadia, who just have like random They have over 100,000 troops now. That's just insane. That's a lot more than anyone else. I think New York has got a combined total of about, I think they can probably, if they needed to, can get out about, that's not New York's army. Wait, where is New York's army? What the heck? Oh, I think New York are fighting like in Europe. Yep, they're fighting. Wait, are they invading Britain? I'm going to be so proud just if one of the states is fighting over here. There is a British-French war and New York is in it. I don't see where New York's troops are. Maybe they're crossing the sea? Oh no, there's a 37 stack up here in. And that's not all their troops though, so I don't really know where they are. Maybe they're shipping them over and I can't see them, but either way, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Anything going on in here? No, just lots of people having a little meeting of some sorts. Are Yukon actually going to win? Because that'd be very cool if Yukon won and just grew out of here. To come back and then see them finally, someone do well in Alaska for a little while. Yep, Missouri is not having a good time here. They're definitely going to be divided up here. I think we could see Wyoming grow out to the east again. Probably the most stuff for them because the war was declared against them, and yet Missouri is almost 100%. There we go, 100%. I imagine war score now, pretty close to it. Minus 81. Manitoba, now would be a good time to separate peace. Just forget Missouri. You've got Cascadia, so you don't need Missouri really. You can just run away now before it gets bad for you too. Oh no, Wyoming's coming. Not a good time. They're gonna get their revenge for what Cascadia did to them. Wait, was it Cascadia? I don't know. It was Nevada. I don't think Cascadia did this. Yeah, it was just Nevada, I think. They're shipping troops over New York, definitely, because the stack just got smaller, but I don't really know where they're going. I don't see them over here. Are they on the they are on the French side, so I imagine they're defending in here somewhere. I don't know. Austria's here. France is not having a good time. This is not good. I think we're going to see a very strong Britain come out of this, but we're not supposed to focus on this. This is what we're... Oh, there we go. Peace deal. Yep, Wyoming did grow out to the east. And I think that was it, really. Or maybe Florida gained one province off Missouri that they lost earlier. Maybe that happened. But yeah, Missouri now pretty small, pretty insignificant. Their only alliance is with New York, which, I mean, they probably would have been safe if that wasn't an offensive war, because it was offensive. New York didn't want to join in, and that left them to be screwed over. France is beating Britain at least over here. South America and pretty interesting. Argent, look at that font. That is brilliant. Britain, Brazil actually died up here in the northeast. The natives took most of it, which is impressive. And they're actually on a... How are these guys on such a good tech level? I don't know. But they're similar tech level to everyone else. Britain, Brazil. It's now pretty small. I don't even know if Brittany is still around. Not really. Well, they are, but there's not much of them. Is this New York? Yep, New York is invading Ireland and giving it to France. That can change it. If they get onto the British Isles, that could be big, because the problem is Britain's dominating France, so it doesn't really matter. That Britain's doing a lot better than I did. Did you win, Yukon? Oh, you're still going. Keep going. Keep trying, Yukon. I know it's going to go well for you eventually. You got 50 war score. That's pretty good, to be fair. Alberta have had such a fall from grace. They used to be giant here and actually looked pretty strong, and now they're just tiny and insignificant, especially when California were weak after Nevada took a lot for them. I'm so surprised that California recovered from that and made this monstrous blob in the east. West. Well, I guess it's east of, you know, Ming. I mean, if you think about it that way. But yeah, in the west. I don't know why I said east. So the smaller states, we've got a few one province states still around. Michigan, West Virginia's 2. We've got District of Columbia is now 2, I believe. 2 very small provinces, but It does look like one. Yeah, two very tiny provinces. Delaware is down to 1-2. It's getting interesting. Who's winning right now? At the moment, Cascadia is winning. So I think I'm just going to do it off who's highest on the Great Power list. I'm not really sure, but that's probably how we'll do it. We've still got ages to go. 1658. I don't know whether we'll go to 1821, but I'm happy to keep going for now, and everyone else seems to be, so that's more than fine. I'm enjoying it as well. It's just cool seeing them get bigger and more messy. I doubt we're going to see like a USA or Canada formed, something like that, because obviously they're Canadians and the Americans are all sort of mixed in now. It's not really a border anymore. Okay, New York, who have obviously done many of their troops there. District of Columbia v Delaware and Carolina. Despite New York not having many of their troops there, I think this should be a pretty easy win. They have got a 48 stack here. Didn't see that at whatever point, but yeah, Delaware. District of Columbia, maybe. And wait, how did you guys get an alliance with New York? That's it. And Florida. Okay. That's impressive, guys. Yeah, District of Columbia have got New York and Florida as allies. That's I don't know how they pulled that off, but that's cool. I think I'm rooting for them now, even though obviously we lost. I think I was rooting for West Virginia. I've forgotten. Whoever it was, they died, so you know it doesn't matter. They're not gonna win, even if it was West Virginia. But you know, if it is them and they're still alive, then that's pretty cool. But oh well, whatever. Doesn't matter. New York should do pretty well here though, and so should Carolina, and that is the only war going on, so we can zoom in a bit more, see what's going on a more small... Wait, where are you going, New York? You're supposed to be fighting over there. Where are you going? There's nobody up here. What are you doing? Don't know what they're doing right now. Wisconsin, what are you doing? Oh, you're in a war with Missouri. Okay, that just broke out. Wisconsin and Indiana v Missouri, Michigan. Oh my goodness, New York. Why would you attack Missouri? Why would you do this? So New York's looking like this. But more importantly, Wisconsin v Missouri and Indiana, New York, Michigan. That's going to be an interesting one, see how that goes. But New York will probably try to get this war finished. Carolina have an 11 stack. District of Columbia only have an 8 stack. And New York is kind of caught in two worlds here because they're no longer in that British war. And I know this isn't really important, but Britain just took a big chunk of France. Oh my goodness. New York, I imagine, are sailing their other army like home right now. So there's only an 8 stack. Yeah, they'll be sailing it back over here. So it's still a way away. So if Wisconsin were going to get a chance, they need to get rid of Missouri as quickly as possible. They also need to deal with Carolina, and I think that's what New York are here to finish off. Yep, just destroy Carolina. Now they can leave, let the District of Columbia finish what they need to do, and hopefully they'll go and partake in this. Now, Michigan's already been sieged out. Oh no, that's a Michigan stack, never mind. They're just staying out of this. They're like, yeah, but it's probably best we don't try and do anything for their sake. They don't want to be destroyed. New York, Michigan, Missouri. That's a pretty strong team if we discounted the fact that Missouri just got absolutely destroyed. Okay, Texas are in another Mexican war. They didn't declare it, so they're just sort of called in. But I mean, their side should find this pretty easy. Yeah, they're down here with a 50 stack, just making sure. But we'll see how it goes. But who actually declared this war? Zacatecas. They might be the sort of strongest one out of Mexico if they can keep that alliance with Texas going. That would be pretty strong. Wisconsin has taken their first province from Missouri. What's the war score looking like? Wisconsin on 4. Alaska just attacked Alberta, and I haven't checked, but I imagine Yukon took no, Yukon didn't take anything. Maybe, yeah, Yukon didn't take anything, but Alaska now probably could recover here. Florida is now in a war against the Brazilian natives. New York, District of Columbia, okay, 99 war score. Let's go watch that first, because I imagine we're going to see a peace deal that will probably, yep, New York grabbed 2 provinces. Delaware is still here. Washington, who declared the war, didn't gain anything, yet New York did. Good one, game. Maybe New York just called them in. Maybe it wasn't. I was pretty sure it was District of Columbia's war. Okay, but now New York can go focus on Wisconsin and Indiana, who are pretty strong. Combined, that's pretty strong. Like, Indiana aren't a pushover, but I mean, they have a 40 stack, but District of Columbia is chilling there too. So they have a 30 stack. But yeah, Missouri, the quicker Wisconsin. Yeah, Wisconsin are probably doing the smart thing. Just focus on Missouri, get the peace deal you want, and don't worry about New York. That should probably work. They've got 20 war score now. The other states, Florida have got 58 war score, Texas have got 60 in that conflict, and Alaska have got 6. But yeah, let's just quickly go check. Yeah, they're at war with these two. Florida, and they sent a 46 act, so Florida and Brazil. Actually, there is more of Breton Brazil up here next to scary colonies. British Peru are huge. They're next to Argentine, which is kind of annoying because they're separate, but their borders look the same. Who is this? Carolina are still going. La Plata, they've gone for it. That's pretty cool. French Colombia is pretty strong right now. Here, Castilian Central America, all these guys. Don't know how long they will stay under their own. Green colour always confuses me, but it's Missouri, not West Virginia. Wait, how? Missouri aren't at war with Indiana. How is this possible? Oh no, sorry, Indiana and Wisconsin are on the team. Okay, well, Missouri's screwed either way because a ton of peasants just rose up. Wisconsin, I wouldn't waste your time fighting them, but, you know, you could do what you want. Michigan. Wait, New York. Okay, New York's trying to siege this. But at the moment, the war score is going Wisconsin's way, just 16. Okay, this is Yucatan attacking Castile. That's a bit random. Florida, yep, I'll go have a look at that now. Texas did win, or Texas didn't really win, but their side won. And let's quickly go down here. Florida took out these guys. They left the other guys fine. That's nice of them. Very kind of them to leave them alone. How are you doing? Oh, Alaska is back, and Alberta's dead. I was like, what's going on? Albertan separatists, but yeah, Alaska's back in Alaska. That's pretty cool to see. Is there a war? No, there's a lot of peasants rising up at the moment. Not really sure why. New York now, no, sorry, Wisconsin now with 27 war score. Yukon just attacked Alaska after they failed to attack Alberta. They're now sending their 7 stack after Alaska, but they've got a 9 stack, so I think Alaska might win this, and they may end up taking Yukon, which would be bad for Yukon because they've only got one giant province, and it would make Alaska look a whole lot bigger on the map, which I guess is pretty cool. Missouri are falling, and Wisconsin are now battling off New York as well. Oh, okay, they're gonna probably lose this battle, but they're probably gonna siege. Oh no, why did you stop sieging? You would have probably got the war over and done with. Either way, 36 war score now for Wisconsin. It's looking good. Breton Brazil is in an independence war, and I mean, I don't know if they'll win, but like, because they probably won't be able to get over there, but they've not been governed very well, so I feel like just a free Brazil down here would be pretty cool. Just, you know, free to do what they want, because that would obviously mess with some of the other nations who are trying to colonize this area. Britain just can't stop. They're like attacking Castile and France non-stop. Aragon is starting to grow as well out of this. Great Britain are strong right now. 3rd on the Great Powers list. They've overtaken Hungary. That's going to be worrying for the States because Britain look very strong. Like even New York and Florida. New York and Florida will have to be worried about this. Let's just have a look at the rest of the world quickly. The Ottomans doing what they do best. Ethiopia is pretty big though. I think Mali as well. Timurids, here's a mess. Just a giant mess. Look at Ryazan. They're doing pretty well though. Sweden are huge right now. They've nearly got rid of Denmark. We'll probably see Scandinavia formed soon. Aragon obviously have most of Italy as well, so that's very weird. If Italy forms, it will also probably be half of Spain, which would be weird. Japan, at least they made the borders nice. They finally just went south and north. I think these guys, like one of them is the vassal with the other one. Oh no, they're enemies. Okay. Korea's here, probably terrified of this giant blob that is Ming. They don't have any relations with anybody. They're just like, yeah, we're fine. The Bahmanis are now on top in India. Obviously, we've seen India flip quite a bit, but they seem pretty strong right now. And here's Australia. Victoria now doing pretty well. They won that war against Western Australia a little while back. They got rid of Queensland between the two of them before. And also, New Zealand has been taken. We're starting to see a lot of Castilian settlers out here as well. I don't think they're Florida. No, I think it's mostly Castile. Let's have a look. This war is over. Wisconsin. Only Missouri lost stuff. They lost quite a bit to Wisconsin. Indiana, I think, stayed the same. Or maybe they grabbed a province or two as well. Not really sure. But that's going to be it for this episode. As always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe if you are new. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.